All right, my man. State your name and let them know you on Nicovelli TV.
Antoine Dowdell. I'm on Nicovelli TV.
That's what's up. Nick fan?
Big Nick fan.
All right. Since when?
Been a Nick fan since the 90s.
Okay. Who was your favorite player on the Knicks?
Now or then?
Doesn't matter. Go back.
My favorite player of the Knicks actually was Carmelo Anthony when he was there. They did him wrong. They did him bad.
Why you say that?
Well, he tried hard. I mean, he has his way of basketball playing, but he has his way of playing. But I don't think they supported him with the right support and the teammates that he needed to excel. I think they made him do a lot of work, and they never really gave him. They didn't give him a fair shot. Basically, the Knicks are cool. The team is cool, but my personal thing is all management. The Knicks has a crazy management.
Yeah, with James Dolan. Yeah.
The Knicks has just a crazy management, and these guys, they don't have the culture anymore because of the management, whatever. So they really can't gel the way they could.
All right. Now, what do you say to those who say that Carmelo Anthony was a ball hog? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, he was a ball hog.
Oh, so you do agree?
I know he was a ball hog, but But unfortunately, at the time when he had people that were around him, he didn't have other capable players that was able. Not all the time.
You had Felton.
At a point.
You had Chris Porzingis.
Yeah.
Jeremy Lin.
At a point. But this was they knew when they hired Carmelo, this was his style. He's a bully player. He's a one-on-one bully player. So they knew that. It's still a system, even with a teammate like that. There's still a system that you can put in place that can work good for everyone and then work good for him. I've watched the Knicks and I've watched other people miss the hoop, not play or miss the hoop, and miss shots. And Carmelo had to kind of like take it on his own many times just so we could make the points that we did.
Okay.
I've seen him do it. I've seen him pass the ball, and I've seen others mess up. So he just said, all right, so I'll do it by myself then.
Okay.
And many times he had to do that.
Okay, so...
that was just the error. I'm not saying he was bad, but that was just the error. But in the most recent time, I think that was... Porzingis had a lot more to grow. They put too much on Porzingis. I don't think...
Now, why you say that?
Because I think he was a great talent, but he still had a lot of maturity. And they tried to... When they brought Porzingis in, they tried to bring him to a level that he had not. He might have had the physical skills, I think, but there's still a lot of maturity that he needed to do. And I don't think they gave him. He needed more time to do that. They put too much on him right away.
Now with Chris Porzingis, right? Because some say that Chris Porzingis was going down the road like Patrick Ewing, no help, doing it on his own. Once Melo left, Chris Porzingis felt a little sour about management and how that went down. But concerning Chris Porzingis' game, Chris Porzingis wanted $10 million, man, extension contract. That's why he's no longer with us. He's with the Dallas Mavericks. Now, no other than Clyde Frazier, man. Now, I'm interviewing you. We right around the corner from Earl to Pearl Monroe. We got these great Knicks who were saying, don't give Chris Porzingis that bag until you see how he come back.
Right. Because he got injured. You don't know. Usually when you have with basketball players, when they have a major injury, out of confidence, fear, that first season, when they come back, they're not the same player. It takes time. You think you're Superman until you actually do something major to your body, and you got to go through all that rehab. You're scared when you come back. You don't want it to happen again. See what happened when they put they put Kevin, after he had that big injury, they put him in for that one game for the playoffs. You see what happened to him.
We're talking about Kevin Durant.
Yeah, right.
When he played against Toronto.
They tried to play them again. You saw what happened to them. They're scared when they come back. So you want to make sure that they're mentally, when you go through something very dramatic like that with your body, you got to be mentally confident to come back, to get back to the level that you was at before. It's not going to happen overnight.
So you think the New York Knicks are going to have to worry about Chris Porzingis when we have to face him? Because I know you heard of R.J. Barrett, right?
Yeah.
R.J. Barrett is letting it be known that he want to posterize Chris Porzingis.
Okay, well,
He said he want to dunk that ball in his fucking throat, man.
look, I mean, I don't really get into street trash that much. It's just the idea, just win. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, I'm a Knicks fan. What's frustrating me about being a Knicks fan, I have a DVR. I clear my DVR every year out for the Knicks so I can record the games that they win. Last year, I had a whole lot of space on my DVR at the end of the season.
Look. Now, when it comes to the Knicks, last year, man, I know we won no more than 17 games, but the Knicks was tanking for Zion Williams, and we ain't get him. Yeah. Adam Silver did the okie doke with the 14% lottery pick.
I think a lot of players right now, like I said, I saw the interview on Google. I always read Knicks news, and the Knicks management has a bad rep, and a lot of players are scared to go to the Knicks because not that they're great players, but you happen to go to the Knicks and you get caught up in that management. It's almost like a part of you, who you are, goes down because you get caught up in like you stained or tainted by the management of Knicks that just sort of just destroys your image. It's not the players. I mean, that time that we had Derrick Rose, Carmelo, all that, I thought that was going to be the year because we had nothing but star players. And I mean, I liked Rose.
Rose, what you liked about his game?
I like Rose. Man, he's a true point guard, and he's a shooting point guard. And I just like him. I just liked him when he was with the Bulls. I liked him. He drives. He drives. He's a driver. He drives and he shoots out. He drives. He's going to either drive in and make the basket, or he's going to drive and he's going to shoot out. But he penetrates.
Now,
just like Felton used to do. He penetrates like that. He's that. They was trying to get them all crying crazy into this when Phil was there, and the system that none of them were comfortable with.
Oh, with the triangle offense.
Yeah, none of them were comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? And you see it wasn't comfortable. Why wouldn't you just let them? You know your players, so you got to come up with a system that fits your personnel. You can't make your personnel be something else. You got to come up with a system that fits your personnel. If this is your personnel, then you come up with a system that fits your personnel. You can never take a Toyota and try to make it drive like a Lex. It's not going to do it.
Right.
You can get the best out of it when you pay attention to your personnel and understand who you have. Then you come up with a system that works with your personnel, and that's something the Knicks seem to they lack that.
Okay. Now we got Coach Fizdale. You think he can make a difference?
I think he's a good guy. I'm not sure he's I wasn't totally impressed. I think he's a good coach. I think he's good for, in terms of the relationship that he has with the players. I'm not totally convinced of his coaching skills to bring us anywhere. I'm not totally convinced, but I got to go with the ride.
But it's too early, first of all.
Right. I mean, last year he had a bum deal. I mean, it seemed like every year the Knicks got a bum deal.
Okay. I mean,
they start out good. No, the Knicks start out good from October until the end of December. And from December on, you see the fallout. It's a pattern. So there's something wrong with that. It's not just one season. If you go back the last few seasons, they start out good from October until that one time that the Knicks, they actually did it that one year that they won those 50-some-odd games, and that's when, what's his name? Woodson was the...
Mike Woodson.
Right, was the coach, and everybody, it was a team then, and you had Carmelo, you had it, but it was a team, and then... of course, the Knicks went on and made some other decisions or whatever that probably messed up that vibe a little bit.
Yeah.
Then they came back the next year, it wasn't the same.
Wow.
That was the year. You saw that was it. And we had Carmelo then, and you had all those players there.
Now, I want to go back with something. You mentioned point guard, and you said you was impressed with Derrick Rose's game. Who was the best point guard you saw on the Knicks? I'm going to name some.
Right. Go ahead.
I mean, everyone that I asked so far, they go back to Clyde Frazier being the best point guard.
Of course, yes, absolutely.
But besides Clyde Frazier, I'm going to name some guards, man, that played for the Knicks. You had Trey Burke. You got Dennis Smith Jr. You got Frank Ntilikina. Any of these names? Mark Jackson. Marbury.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, any names, man, ring bells, man, that you would give props to?
I mean, I think
Rob Strickland.
Yeah. I mean, Ron Strickland was good. You know, Jackson was good. I don't know if I said Marbury, that was good. I mean, when I really was into this, I thought Felton was really good.
What you liked about Felton's game?
Because he was another one that he was smart. He was another one that was a kick. He penetrated. He penetrated defense. He broke defense down. You know, and when you break defense down, then he was able to find the open man. If he didn't make the shot, he was able to find. He was just almost like a Derrick Rose. Not as athletic as Derrick Rose.
Okay.
But his way of thinking. You know, and I think when you have when you have a point guard that's a driver that can break down defense, because that's the whole thing. Of course, I mean, if you're standing there, especially if you're playing half-court basketball, especially when we had like a Carmelo or whatever like that, was mostly half-court basketball. You need somebody that's going to break the defense down because people are standing there, they're ready for you. They're all set up. You know what I'm saying? So you need a point guard that's going to be able to be strong. And see, Felton was strong. They didn't realize how strong he was. He was strong to get there. That same as Rose. He was strong to break the defense down. Once you break the opponent's defense down, then you can kick the ball out. Or you can either decide to shoot, or you can kick it out to somebody. Because first of all, when they know that you're a driving point guard, they're going to try to double team you. Anytime you double team, you draw a double team, you're leaving an open man out.
Yeah. You're absolutely correct. Now, they say defense wins games. Mm-hmm. We need the Knicks to get back in the postseason. We haven't been in since 2012. Are you familiar with a guard called Ntilikina?
Yeah, I know Frank. I think he's a great defense player. I think his confidence, I think he needs to get a little more strength. He's stronger than he looks, for sure. I think his confidence is waves in and out.
Do you think he should start over Dennis Smith Jr.? Who should get the back seat?
I don't know. I can't say that until I actually see them both play. I really can't. I haven't,
You haven't seen Dennis Smith Jr. play?
I have seen him play, but not enough to make it. Not enough to make an intelligent judgment.
Now, critics would say when we speak of Ntilikina's game, that he don't deserve to be on the New York Knicks. He don't fit our system. He don't fit our style of basketball.
What style? But as far as I can see, we ain't got a style. Yeah, because we changes from system from year to season to season. So I want to know what style y'all talking about. So if you're going to make that claim, you show me the last 5 years a consistent style that the Knicks had, and I'll make that argument with you. Because in the last 5 years, I ain't heard no style yet.
So leave Frank alone, basically. Basically, you say leave Ntilikina alone. Let him play.
I say let him play, but let's see how things. I'm about winning, so I like to see.
So, but this point guard averages 5 points per game, man. A point guard plays incredible defense. No one's taking that away.
But sometimes he's on. Sometimes his offense is great. Sometimes he doesn't have the confidence that his offense is not. His offense is not.
Now, he came in the league 2015, I believe. Mm-hmm. I don't know what seed, but I'm not sure. I don't want to speak on something I don't know. Mm-hmm. But he came under Jeff Hornacek, and he was the pick through Phil Jackson.
Right.
Some say then that he wasn't ready. He should have went to the G League.
Yeah, he wasn't ready. I don't think he was ready. That's what I'm saying. In his confidence, and I don't think he had the confidence. Sometimes I see him play, he has a great game, but it's not consistent enough. His game is not. His defense is awesome, so we need defense. But we don't need just the point guard to play defense. We need to have players that all 5 guys that are on the floor are willing to play. And you know what? We need to stop playing more, and I would like to see the Knicks play a little bit more man-to-man, one-up like we used to. A little bit more one-on-one defense. Because every time we do all that moving around and switching, a lot of times we get confused, we don't know what it is, and we end up messing up. And every time I see we do all that moving around and that switching all the time, because nobody's strong enough to stay with your man. If you got 5 guys on the floor, the other team got 5 guys on the floor. So if I'm looking at you and you the guy I'm guarding, Of course, I got to look at you and look what's going on. But my assignment is to guard you, and you shouldn't be able to get should not be able to get past me. If I need 2 and 3 people to help you to keep you from getting past me, then I ain't playing good defense. I mean, that's just old school to me.
Okay.
And that's the way the Knicks used to play back in the 90s. They was playing more one-on-one defense. So, I mean, if they needed help, you need help when you actually need. But you should not need help to guard your man all the time. Because they got 5 people on the floor, you got 5 people on the floor. You should be able to watch the floor, watch the ball, watch what's going on. But that guy that you assigned to, you should be able to stay in front of him.
Okay. Now, about to close out. 2 more questions I got. Kevin Durant could have came to the Knicks. Didn't happen. Do you think he's scared of the Knicks media? Knicks media and Nets media is totally two different things, man.
I think he's scared of the Knicks media and the Knicks management because you get caught up in the Knicks management too much and whatever high reputation that you have. And I saw it on Google. They said I saw it on Google like a week ago. I'm not sure who said it. I'm not sure if Kevin Durant. Somebody from the Knicks. Somebody who left the Knicks said it. What's his name? That tall guy from. I like him too. That tall guy from Ken.
Ken Martin?
No, guy from Europe.
I don't know, man.
You know what I'm talking about. Like he was with the Knicks last year. I think the last name begins with a K.
Chris Porzingis?
No. He was a center of last year.
Ntilikina.
He said that he put it on, I read it last week or the week before. He says they don't realize players talk to each other, even if they are on the different teams. They have conversations with each other. So if a player is a part of an organization and they're having bad experiences, they're going to talk because they are out off the basketball court. They just people.
Right.
They're going to talk. So he said we could have gotten Kevin and all that. He says, but a lot of players are scared to come to the Knicks because of the bad rep of management that the Knicks have.
Damn.
He wrote. I read it a week ago or 2 weeks ago from Google.
Now speaking of Ntilikina, a.k.a. Medea, I call him Medea because he was bitching. You know, he wanted to go to the playoffs. He want this. He want that. To me, he was a selfish player.
Okay.
Not on the court, but as far as his goals. To me, it seemed as if he was already anticipating on leaving the Knicks, but he wanted the bag and he wanted his resume to look good as far as this is what I did for the.
I think all players. First of all, they got him, and I think all players have their individual goals. You're supposed to. You go into a career, you have your individual goal. You know what I mean? You're not married to the team. I mean, if the team is really treating you really, really good and you're getting success, you will marry the team. But you're not marrying the team until you actually feel that you're home. And that goes with winning.
Okay.
So every individual has an individual goal. You know, if you take a job, you've got the job. You know what I mean? But you're not marrying that job. You have your own individual goal. You're going to do the best you can while you're on that job.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But if you're not really winning, and it's not, you're not getting what you want out of your self-satisfaction out of it, that's just, I think that's with anybody with any kind of ambition.
Okay.
Should have that.
And we're going to close the curtain with this. Mitchell Robinson.
Okay.
Like his game?
Like his game.
Think he's going to be the franchise center?
I think he's got one more season to go, or maybe another 2 seasons to go to prove it. Just because somebody had a good year, or they show something, you want to see consistency.
He led the league with blocks, man.
No, he was great. He was great with
this
blocks.
man ain't played no college basketball, man.
He left them with blocks, but he stayed in foul trouble a lot. He sat on the bench most of the time because he would get in foul trouble by the second quarter. You know what I mean? So he's got a lot to learn. I mean, what good is being all that good without like that if you spend most of your game on the bench? So he's got a lot. I mean, I see talent, but along with talent comes maturity. Okay. So I don't give anybody any. You know, that's why I saw that he gave Porzingis too much. You might have talent, but along with talent, maturity has to catch up with talent. They have to be equal.
All right, man.
And when you're on the court and you're doing that, it's about maturity, about what you do, You know what I'm saying? And you making mistakes. You know what I mean? It's like my bad that could cost the game. You know what I'm saying? That's maturity.
And with that being said, man, I want to thank the OG for coming on Nicovelli TV. To all my viewers out there, man, y'all know what it is, man. Please and like and also subscribe to the channel.
Sounds
Peace.
great.